Hello and welcome to Fashion Report Friday, the weekly video series trying to get you the most MGP possible from the Mandeville Gold Saucer every week on a Friday when judging begins. This is actually week 191 and the theme this time is New Desk Formal, as you can see here. The clues individually include well suited for your chest, coiled finally for your hands, reborn for your legs, and proto posh for your earring slot. In this video we have a 100 score, an 80 with dies, and the easiest 80 possible. So without further ado, let's look at that 100. Alright, so we got 100 score. So as you can see, the chest piece we went for is the Best Man's Jacket. This is your best in slot chest piece this week and is very easily obtainable. You can get this for only 18,000 gil, which in retrospect is incredibly cheap for an item that's level 1, equipable by all classes and both genders. And you can get this from Uldar Steps of Nuld from the Sunsilk Tapestry shop, which is just a little bit across from the Aetheryte. So that's pretty easy to get. And honestly, whilst there are other alternatives, there's not much point. Other alternatives, however, do include the Tailcoat of Eternal Devotion, and that means the Eternal Passion one will work, and so will Eternal Innocence. Those are the male designed, or at least in imagery, tailcoats. The wedding outfits from Eternal Bond, and I believe the Loyal Butler's Jacket will work from a Mog Station as well. So there's that nice and suited sort of chest piece to match the well-suited theme. For our gloves then, this can basically be any replica or original Dreadworm gauntlets in the game. So any hands from the Coils of Bahamut series that were Dreadworm. Obviously the replica ones involve you actually crafting those using all sorts of things like those weird ether tome thingies that you got inside the Savage mode of Coils of Bahamut. But yes, you can go for the regular ones or indeed the replica versions of any job in the game. So that's any role, fending, maiming, striking, scouting, aiming, healing, and of course casting will all work. But of course you want to make sure you pick something that you actually have access to on a level 45 job quest gear. And the reason I say that is because the legs for Reborn are level 45 job artifact gear. So obviously if you chose to be a Dark Knight, Dark Knights do not have level 45 artifact job gear. So I've picked a warrior here in particular, but you can pick anything you want. Any of your Realm Reborn jobs will work perfectly fine for this. If you've misplaced your level 45 legs from your job quest, then all you have to do is go to a major city-state such as Limsa, go to the Arth Castle for example, and talk to the Calamity Salvager, choose a job-specific rewards, choose level 50, and it should be under that tab for the Disciple of War or Magic, depending on what you choose, and their level 45 legs at item level 50. And that's pretty much going to get you gold, regardless of which artifact legs you choose. So not too difficult, considering, you have access to whatever Dreadworm gloves you want, for whatever class that you choose, basically, as your level 45 artifact legs. So bear that in mind. Those two kind of go in hand. And then finally we have ourselves the Proto Ultimate Earrings. Now any Proto Ultimate Earrings will work. I went for the Slaying ones. They don't have class restrictions on them. They're equipable on all classes, so technically a Proto Ultimate Earring of Casting would work, even with me being a tank here. Basically you get a Proto Ultima Heat Shielding from the Unidentified Flying Object quest in Idleshire, and go and do Dun Scathe. Once you've done that quest and done Dun Scathe, you hand that in Idleshire, you get yourself the plating, and you can exchange that for a earring of your choice. So that's how you get access to that. And that's pretty much your 100. Not particularly difficult, although if you haven't got a lot of this stuff, getting the Dreadworm gloves is even going to set you back a lot of money for replica, or you're going to have to go and do some coils. The 45 artifact stuff most people should have. Of course, this is locking people behind at least level 60 in terms of being able to get 100 score because of a Proto Ultimate Earring being Heavens with content. But there we go. Let's move on to the die option then. Alrighty then, so here's our 80 with dies. As you can see, I forgot to turn the toggle on there, but this is basically my normal gear, and we've dyed it the following colors. So any weapon in the game on your left side there needs to be apple green dye. We have to use our slate gray on our helm there, cobalt brown on our chest, jet black on our gloves, jet black on our legs, and finally pearl white on our boots there. So yeah, the dye's a little bit let down, sadly. The pearl white's going to set you back some gil or 500 sky builder scripts. The 2 jet blacks there for the gloves and legs aren't exactly ideal, but there are a couple of things there we could probably use that are fairly cheap. But yeah, that's your 80 with dyes. Let's move on to the easiest 80 possible then, because we can use some of the knowledge we've learned thus far from both the 100 and the dye options. So the easiest 80 we could put together then is very, very simple this week. Basically, any helm in the entire game, I'm just using the Kupo crown here as an example, any helm in the game dyed slate grey, and then just the best man's jacket from the Sunsilk Tapestries for 18,000 gil, equipable by all classes in the game level 1 and above, basically undyed. Those 2 items, as well as having something equipped in every one of these slots, will get you an 80 score. In this case, we got 81, but yeah, that's a very, very easy 80. So slate grey dye, if you're wondering, you can obtain that from a dye vendor in any basic starting city-state area, such as the Sapphire exchange here over in Uldar. We talked to this NPC, and slate grey is incredibly cheap. I think it's 216 gil for a single pot. Dye whatever helm you have. Equip yourself a best man's jacket from Sunsilk Tapestries. And yeah, make sure you have something equipped in all of these slots, including all the accessories and all of your left side. And you will get an 80 guaranteed. Very, very simple. What's not to love about that? If you're just after your maximum MGP possible, that's all you need to do, literally. So yeah, hopefully this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. If this has been helpful, or maybe you have your own solutions to this, leave them in the comment section below. I'm sure there are plenty of other alternatives we haven't covered, but let us know. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend if I don't get to speak to you before then, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.